Grab two of your favorite gel colors and let's do this beautiful ombre that I've seen all over TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. It's this gorgeous double French ombre. I tested it a few different ways. I started by applying one layer of the white gel polish, Casper from OG Dip Powder. I decided to try that as my base and see if it would make the ombre colors pop more once I actually did the ombre portion of the mani. And so I just applied it over my entire nail and fully cured that for 60 seconds. I had to clean up some of the excess gel on my skin before I cured it. This is not my best gel application. I'm gonna admit it right from the start. I was really tired when I did this mani, but I was determined to get my nails done before I went to bed the other night. So I was like, okay, I can do this. It's just gonna be a little messier than normal. So then you can start with your actual ombre, and you wanna do half of your nail in one color and half of your nail in the other color. So I did the left side of my nail in white and then the right side of my nail in black. I'm using a Little Stituous from OG Dip Powder. And then I take an ombre brush, and that's when I'm going to start getting those two colors to blend together to give you that beautiful vertical ombre. Now, using black and white, it probably wasn't the smartest to try this with. I should have, looking back, I definitely should have used two colors that were a lot closer to each other. I feel like I would have gotten a better blend since it was my first time doing this kind of ombre. But you know, me, I just like jump into something, go right for it. And I think it'll be fine. That's pretty much like how I do my nail life. I mean, in real life, I'm a bit more cautious, but with nails, I'm like, okay, I'll just try it. So once you do your first layer of the ombre, then you're gonna wanna go and fully cure that. Before you start on your second layer, you wanna make sure that that first layer is totally cured because you don't want any uncured gel underneath each layer, or it could lift faster. Then you'll go through and do the same exact thing. I went and I took the ombre brush. I'm sorry, I'm a little bit out of frame on this. I didn't realize I was putting my finger so close to my eyes so I could see better. And you'll gently tap with the ombre brush. You want one that has like the sparse bristles like the one I'm using. This allows you to really get that good blend on your nails. And you wanna just keep tapping. Now I mostly went up and down since it's a vertical ombre, and I did a little bit of side to side tapping, and I fully cured that. Then I decided to start on, since I felt like the color was good and the ombre was good, I started on the top part of the actual like French part of the ombre. I totally forgot when I was doing this. I'm gonna redo this, not this exact colors, but I'm gonna try this mani again. I should have used some kind of long nail brush or some French tip guides for the French tips on the top, because I decided to freehand this, and I do not know why. I'm really bad at freehanding French lines, and I know this about myself, but you know, I just went for it. And at this point I was like, oh, it's too late. I'll just keep going for it. So I took this other little ombre brush and just took it acetone on it, and then went through and tried to make like a nicer French smile line, see if I could get it to like really give it that sharp, crisp French line. And you're gonna do the same thing on the top that you did on the underneath ombre, the vertical ombre. You're basically just flip-flopping the colors, but still you're wanting to blend them with that ombre brush. And anytime you're using an ombre brush, you tap really, really gentle. This is what takes the longest part for me, is actually doing the ombre, because you want it to look a certain way. You like get this idea in your head that it should be blended a certain way, and you have to keep tapping, and then tap some more. I didn't even mind doing that part. This just took way longer than I was expecting, and then I kept messing it up and getting more of the polish on my skin, which I don't recommend ever curing any kind of gels on your skin. That can often lead to a gel allergy, and I love my gel polishes. I am not trying to purposely give myself a gel allergy. So I moved to my next finger, and I decided to try it the same way with the base of white before I went in with the black and the white. Something I realized when I was applying the black and the white colors on my pointer finger is you don't want to make them too thick. And I accidentally did this on my pointer finger. I applied the black too thick, and honestly, I applied the white too thick. I would recommend doing more layers of the color and ombreing them than trying to do really thick layers, because my colors ended up running a little bit since I'm not thinking I put way too much on. And then you can't get as good of a blend for the ombre if you try to put too much on your nails. So like you can see on my pointer finger, I put a bit too much black on, and the ombre just wasn't quite going as nicely as how it did on my thumbnail. When you put too much gel liquid on your nails for an ombre, you're just gonna end up having to do a lot more tapping than you normally would, and I kept having to wipe off ombre brush just to get like all the excess gel all off it so that it wasn't making a mess on my nails and it would ombre nicer. And then I fully cured that first layer and then went through and did my second layer. And you can see, like, I tried tapping both vertically and horizontally with the brush just to see if I could get a better blend. And then you fully cure that layer and you'll do the top French part where you apply both colors in the opposite way that you applied them on the bottom of your nail. Make sure if you're gonna freehand your French design on the top, that you have a nice thin cleanup brush to really crisp up that French line. And you wanna use acetone. I use just pure acetone. I dip the little brush into it. And I would also recommend trying, like I said before, I would definitely recommend trying a long nail art brush. French mani stickers you can get off Amazon. Once you're done with your French ombre on the top, you can fully cure that for 30 to 60 seconds and then apply a layer of gel base and cure that, and a layer of gel top and cure that. When I first started this mani, I totally thought I was gonna do the French ombre on all 5 nails, but by the time I finished with my middle finger, I was really tired, so I ended up just doing the black on both my ring and my pinky, but it still turned out so awesome. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and check out this next tutorial on more gel nail art. Thanks for joining me today, nail crew.